What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about CPI data. I've really stressed that over the last couple of videos on how important it is to SoFi and the broader market, but the latest articles and forecast is that it's going to be a lot better than expected. So insinuating we might have a very big rally coming on our hands. So I'm going to be talking about what that is. Outside of that, Galileo did have a breaking news as far as being Visa ready. I'm going to explain what that means. Before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So as you can see, live tickers going at the very bottom of the screen, currently down 1.66%, 9.8 million for volume, and that's within the first 1 hour of the trading day. So today, a ton of volume is getting in. And not only that though, but a lot more institutional presence is coming in. So 979,000 shares being purchased by institutions on the secondary market within the first 1 hour of the trading day, like I said. So clearly a lot of big money is seeing a lot of value in that. And not just that though, dark pool transactions are definitely starting to pick up. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But when it comes to it though, a lot of people want to know about CPI. That's, I think, the next big thing that a lot of people are really scared about. But based on the latest forecast and analysts, they're saying that hypothetically, because of oil going down roughly about 7% from the transition from August to September, this is where it might come into play, that it might actually go down. So keep in mind right now on the 13th, that's the next CPI data, that is when we are going to be disclosing September's results. And it's always a little bit more of a comparison between August and September. So I think in reality, this holds a lot of credibility. And as I've been saying, I do anticipate it either being in line with the forecast or either just completely mind-blowingly low. I can't see us going higher than what it was. So that's my own 2 cents. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But like I said, if this does hold out to be very true and accurate, then anticipate a broad market rally. And unfortunately, we did close below that $5 mark. So it looks like the clock is starting to be reset once again. And as of right now, we're currently below that $5 mark. So let me know your thoughts on that, generally speaking. But I think a lot of people aren't necessarily too worried about the reverse stock split at this stage. They're just a little bit more worried about the broader economy. But despite all of the negativity and fear out in the market, I love to see when companies are still developing, either doing acquisitions or just getting themselves a little bit more established. That's what you want to do. That's the type of company that you want to invest in. You never want to have a company that just sits back and anticipates a big recession. Of course, when I talk in recession, I'm talking about 2008 or possibly worse. There's a lot of companies, hands down, they're just taking a step back and waiting, anticipating all of that. SoFi, based on all of the news and articles that have been coming out, they're trying to mitigate their risk, but still expand. I think that's a very good kind of growth component that a lot of investors really need to see a lot of value in. I know it does suck that the price is going down consistently, but on the bigger picture though, we are establishing ourselves in a little bit more of a positive light. And as I've been bringing up, ETF exposure is definitely going up more and more with SoFi. So let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said, when it comes down to a company expanding, there was good news that did come out more so from Galileo. And it's this in particular. It does say that Galileo's issuer processor platform receives a Visa ready certification. So what does that ultimately mean? It says the Visa ready certification program provides technology companies like Galileo with opportunities to expand their suite of payment solutions that meet Visa global standards around security and functionality. So in reality, this isn't technically a good catalyst to jump all in SoFi because of this. But again, it's one of those things that just a layer. It gives a good foundation of what SoFi and Galileo is in the bigger picture. And not only that, though, it does give the capability of Galileo making clearly a lot more money going forward, which again helps SoFi, helps us as investors in the bigger cycle of life for stocks. So I think in general, this is a very good thing, especially more so if you do couple this with what I said about SoFi, trying to mitigate their risk as best as possible. So I think in general, SoFi is a huge buying opportunity, and it does really suck. I am completely there with you. I've been getting a lot of negative comments on a lot of videos, and keep in mind, guys, I am losing money alongside with you. So I'm not just kind of putting out videos and just taking a step back and just wiping my hands with it. I am there with you. I see the stock go down. It sucks because I know it's one of the worst things as far as an investor to find a solid company such as SoFi that's going to be such a big disruptor and it just go down and down. And even more so, just looking on the chart right now, things aren't necessarily the best. Like I've been stressing and I said at the very beginning, CPI might be the saving grace for SoFi and the broader market. But as of right now, there is a lot of negative bearish kind of things going on. Stochastic is currently at 22. You do see a little bit more of a deviation. So red line above the black showing a bearish sentiment. Momentum, number of retail investors are getting in today. So clearly a lot of big money and retail are both getting in, which is a very good sign. But looking on the actual chart, we've been holding very strong support, and I think in reality it has something to do with that psychological $5 level. And unfortunately, like I said, the clock did officially restart yesterday. So as far as a possibly being a reverse stock split coming in our future, I don't know. Like I said, it's all going to come down to CPI, but it really does suck just to see a very good company such as SoFi just consistently going down. But generally speaking, that's the fun part of investing. You never know in the grand scheme of things, but still SoFi is a very big buying opportunity, like I always say, especially more so long-term if you do have a long-term time horizon, because SoFi is going to do a lot of good things and it's a very hard task to be a disruptive company in one of the oldest sectors, as I always say. But keep in mind though, like I already mentioned, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are only for entertainment purposes. Take from it what you will, what you find valuable. That's all I want. I just want you to find obviously some sufficient and take some value from this. If you find it beneficial to know about CPI data or whether what institutions are doing behind the scenes, then definitely take that. If you don't like anything else, just hear me rant, whatever it is, what it is. But I really appreciate all you guys sticking tight and diamond handing. I know it's, like I said, a lot of people aren't necessarily seeing SoFi in the best light right now, but keep in mind, we do have a good diamond in the rough company. But with all that, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, as always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.